Welcome to your commodity chart of the day. Today we're looking at gold futures. CFD is XAUUSD. Let's have a look at the chart right now. So I thought this was worth putting up just to chat it through a little bit. So what we've seen is regular retracements in this astonishing run up in gold price, culminating in a all-time high close around about this 3426 level. You can see we actually just poked our heads above that a couple of sessions ago. Yesterday, we saw some profit taking on these two really strong days and some strength in the US dollar yesterday on the back of news of a US UK trade deal. Push gold down further. Of course, there's this inverse relationship between gold and the USD. Interesting price action today, however. Initially, it looked as though it was going to be weak and potentially come down and test this key level at 3240, which would obviously potentially create a double top formation. But if we look at the hourly chart, you can see that significant sell-off both in Europe and in the US sessions yesterday. That initial drop today and then the recovery. So what this is saying is that the market feels as though this is worth pulling back from record highs in case we get a continuation of that USD strength. But it's not convinced at this stage to take it through 3300. So a couple of key levels for you to keep an eye on. Obviously, to the downside, 3240 is one to really keep an eye on closely. If it breaches that, then we get an increase in selling pressure, which could even take it down as far as 3100. Suspecting that might not be the case in the short term and that we may get a bounce upwards, there is potential scalping opportunity in here of around about $45 if we look at the hourly chart. But this to me feels really noisy. So the higher probability trade is potentially a breach of 3361 to the upside. You can see how this was support and the retracement level on the way down yesterday. So a breach of this would suggest a potential retest of 3400. Of course, a nice round psychological number. You can see the importance of this if we look at previous price action again, even from the last couple of days or so. So that would be the trade I'll be keeping an eye out for. Either a breach, as I said, of 3240 to the downside or 3360 to the upside. But it's worthwhile being patient for both those to set up properly. Trade safe and see you again soon. Bye bye for now.